everyone, welcome to Everyday Legends. In this segment we feature someone who's led an inspiring life after 50. And today we have the very lovely Erin Ryan. Now Erin was born in 1925 and she enlisted in the Women's Air Force and became an aircraft fitter. And so she was working as an aircraft fitter during World War II. A female pioneer in this area. And it was there that she met a mechanic who became her first husband. After the war, Erin became a ground hostess with TAA. And then she moved into PR in the hospitality industry. She was so successful at it, she was constantly being headhunted to work for different hotel chains. It was in the hotel industry she met her second husband, and this time she was in her 50s and she married her second husband, Kevin. And they decided when she was almost 60 to buy a struggling motel and turn it around into a very, very successful business. Then in their 60s they decided, that's it, we're going to buy a yacht. And they bought a yacht and lived on the yacht and sailed around Australia for 12 years. So they spent 12 years in their 60s and 70s sailing around Australia and living on the yacht. Now when Erin came back to dry land, she now lives in Jindaraa and she has 2 children and 3 grandchildren. She's now 96. Hi Erin, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Been learning a lot about your amazing history and what you've been up to since you were born, actually. Your daughter told me when you were born in 1925. And you've obviously done some amazing things through your life. And so we're really interested because this show is all about people that are a bit older, that are over 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever, over 50. So we're very interested to know, I understand you actually remarried in your 50s. So you found love again and remarried. And you also bought a motel when you were in your late 50s.
Yes. Wanting to make enough money to buy a yacht and retire.
Yeah, so you made enough money from this motel and to buy a yacht, and then you actually lived on this yacht for 12 plus years.
Right, yes.
And I believe you weren't actually a sailor woman either.
Never been to sea.
So here you are, you're in your 60s and you go, I'm going to go live at sea for 12 years and you've never been out to sea. I mean, what made you do that?
And well, my husband was, when he first met me, he said that he wanted to do this when he retired. And I thought in your dreams, but anyway, we did work and save for it. And yes, he'd done, Kevin, my husband, had done 6 Sydney Hobarts. So I knew I was in safe hands.
So what was the best thing about living on a boat?
Just a wonderful peace and serenity. Well, they were the same thing, isn't it? Peace, serenity, yeah. It was just such a wonderful life after our busy time, after being so terribly busy.
It's very lucky that you don't get seasick then, if you'd never been sort of in that hobby before.
My husband told me that if I got sick, he'd throw me overboard with a bucket of blood.
So you definitely made sure you're never going to be seasick, right?
Yes. We boarded the yacht when I turned 60, and we were actually sailing till I was 72.
Wow, fantastic. So for anyone watching today who's, late 50s in their 60s and they're thinking about doing something crazy like going and living on a boat for the next 10 years, what would you say to them?
Go for it. No, not too late.
So were you actually scared about doing it, or you just trusted your husband so much that it was just a new adventure?
It was just a new adventure to me, yes. I wasn't nervous. I was quite happy to be there with him.
So what motivated you when you were back in your 50s and 60s?
The whole motivation was to finally be able to do your own thing, and that's because I'd had years of having to work and worry about whether I might have enough money, that sort of thing.
How do you keep your mind so active, Erin?
I do a lot of reading. I love to read. I've got this wonderful daughter that keeps me up with the latest.
Yes, that wonderful daughter Denise who's listening, yes.
Yes, she might evict me.
You better keep in her good books. Now that you've got to this amazing age of 96, and these days, most Australians are going to live into their 90s. That's our longevity at the moment. What advice would you give, looking back, to someone who's in their 50s and 60s, how to make the most out of life? What advice would you give people?
Don't give up, just keep up, don't give in easily, and keep as active as you can be.
Great, so keep as active as you can be and don't give up.
That's right. And Denise just reminded me, don't turn down the opportunities as they turn up. And I've been very lucky they've turned up for me.
Yes, I understand. You've had a very amazing history where you're being headhunted and people, you had such value to offer people that they were chasing you down and they were saying, we want Erin.
That's right.
Never let an opportunity go by and make the most of it and keep active. Well, it's been lovely having on the show. All the best. I'm sure you're still celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, still celebrating.
So thanks so much for joining us on the show, Erin.
Thank you, Carol. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today. I hope you've been inspired to keep active and maybe try something new, like live on a yacht. If you'd like more information on emotional intelligence, please go to our website and we'll send you out an information sheet. And you can also get a free copy of my book, Alive and Kicking, on the website. Please join Over 50 So What Facebook and YouTube. And in the wise words of Erin, don't give up, keep active, and don't let opportunities go by. I'm Carol, and this is Over 50 So What? Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50. So what?